Hello, this is Dave Bummer of MeetDaveBum.com. Do you know anyone that has diabetes? Diabetes has been a large part of my life since I was a little boy. My aunt was diagnosed with juvenile diabetes as a teenager, and hers was pretty severe to the point where she would go into comas. And so our family really became desensitized to it over time. What would happen is my mom would call and say, "Your aunt's in the hospital and she's in a coma." And my response became, "Okay, I'll see her when she gets home from the hospital." And this happened numerous times throughout her life. And so after that, my mom, her brothers, her sisters, all have been diagnosed with diabetes. Luckily for me, my sister, myself, and our offspring have dodged that bullet so far. So you may ask, what is diabetes? And when you eat food, it turns into glucose and sugars, and the pancreas creates insulin. Now, the insulin is the key to opening the cells to absorb the glucose and provide energy. And when you have diabetes, you have a broken system. Now, type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease that attacks the immune system. And so you may wonder how people combat that, and it's a balancing act, really. Food, stress, exercise, and general health factors all play into the situation when you are a diabetic. Now, if you have too much insulin, you can become hypoglycemic and your blood sugar drops to a life-threatening level. If you get too little, then you become hyperglycemic, and which can also be life-threatening. So you have to be really careful when you're administering insulin to yourself, and it really is a balancing act each and every day. Now, the way people test for it is they use test strips, they prick their fingers, they use meters. It's costly, it's painful, and just recently there's been some talk about technologies coming out that are going to be non-invasive, and they use a non-invasive manner called PPG, which I can't say the technical word for it, but actually I'm wearing one of the devices right now that in Q4 of this year is going to be able to non-invasively check you for blood glucose levels. And in closing, I'm just hopeful that these new technologies can help out millions of people around the world as well as my family, because one thing a lot of people don't realize is that diabetes kills more people than AIDS and breast cancer combined each and every year. So when you think about it in those terms, it really is an epidemic, and the better we can monitor it, the better off everybody's going to be. So if you want to know more about this device and the way they're actually doing their testing, click the link provided below and you can get more information on that. Hopefully this has been helpful, and I will talk to you on my next video.